Welcome back to Construction Simulator in Europe. I've let the time move on a bit, and so we've got a nice night scene here over our museum extension level. Let's just change time to the morning and can see the site a bit better. Hope everybody's day's going great. So at the end of the last episode, we were doing some craning and we ended it there. We're working on in the campaign. We're on this cultural heritage area. Last one, museum, huge undertaking. We've finished the basement and the ground floor, and hopefully we can do those really quickly right now. And then we'll work on some upper floor things. It looks like there's 3 or 4 floors to go. So let's definitely jump into this. We've got all of our concrete stuff on this truck, and we're moving that in and out of the site just to expedite loading and unloading. I think there was 24 of these to do total for this campaign job, so we're kind of like optimizing our craning here. I think we just had to concrete the entire foundation, so the whole site, and then we put on roof elements, these things, across the whole site, concreted that entire site, and then we've just put in a whole lot of walls and like this curve thing. So yeah, that whole ground that you can see that we did last time. So it looks like we're going to have to put on maybe half of the property in walls again, and then we'll do more formwork. So yeah, this is a very concrete centric job for sure. Also had that massive excavation at the start, so I think this may actually be the biggest job in the game, at least if that's inside the campaigns. Now we haven't done the last person yet and their 4 or 5 jobs, but so far across the US and Europe, I think this is the biggest job, and I'm even including things like the bridges and stuff like that. So even though they're physically big, they actually went up quite fast. So when it comes down to like hours, now we did the digging multiplayer, which definitely helped. That did subtract some of the time. Just going to get this way out of the way so that when it asks to spawn in the concrete blocks, we will be able to. I think that should be fine there. And then we've got some rebar out here on the truck. Now, last episode we got a warning that something got sent back to the warehouse. So one of the things we've bought may not be on site anymore. So we may encounter that today. We'll see how it goes. I'm guessing that cement pump... Oh, it isn't. I was going to guess that this guy the blue guy was going to be in the way, but he's not. So it looks like we're just doing kind of like a rectangle a bit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. If you want to see this job complete, I think there's probably going to be, with 3 or 4 more floors, it's going to have to be at least 2 or 3 more episodes. It just has to be. We've got a cement mixer and pump on both sides of the property, which has helped a lot. It means that we haven't had to reposition. And we've been driving the truck from side to side to make the lifting and the dropping not as far. So yeah, a bit of optimization in the way we play has meant that things are a little bit faster than normal. One of the benefits of having money, I guess. Now we could have rented some of this equipment. There's no way that like these pump trucks and stuff are 200 grand plus the mixer, 350. It would have only cost us $10,000 a day, so we would have had to rent it a long time to be better off financially. But it's kind of cool to have a big fleet, particularly when you're buying different brands. So this one's 13 lifts. When we did the floor, the floor of the ground floor or the ceiling of the basement, that was 21 lifts, and it only was about half the property, which is roughly what they've done here as well. So about half of what we had to do before. So which means the concreting is about half, as you can see. So it shouldn't take too long. I think it took about 10 minutes last time to do the basements concreting. And as I said, that's kind of an artifact of having two machines. I'm sure we're going to have to put more elevator shaft concrete prefabs in place. That big pile of red stuff over there definitely suggests we're going to be pouring more walls, and the rebar that's in front of it is the rebar for it. What are we up to? 6. Always, when you're craning, it feels like you've got a lot more progress than you have. Like I would have guessed 8 or 9 by now. There's 2 more small ones, and then maybe 4. Yeah, 4 big ones. It's going to be interesting to see where those columns out there. It'll be interesting to see if we have to crane some type of beam onto those or not. When we bought the materials for the job, there was a lot to buy, and we only bought it for a couple of stages. So, well, maybe that's not true. I can't remember if I bought everything for the entire job, or whether we only bought it for a certain stage of the job. But we haven't delivered much wood to the site yet. So that may indicate that we're doing prefab walls later. Three to go. That pile looks like it's only got 2 in it, but try to get this semi in the right position. I like how you've delivered to the site and then they've positioned the material. So like those red things were delivered roughly where these concrete things are standing, and then they got moved. And then same thing goes with these green things. They'll get moved, even though we put them there. They'll get moved to another part of the site. So that's kind of a cool mechanic that I haven't seen before. I'm really looking forward to the new map. I have no idea what it is. They haven't really announced much details, and I really don't want to know. I really want to just open it up and go, oh wow, it's this. So we've got US and Europe, so I'm hoping for something maybe in Asia. Being from Australia originally, obviously getting an Australian style map would be awesome. That's be a country specific though, but maybe something in Asia would be good. Yeah, different style of building would be really cool. Hopefully there's some unique elements that can be applied. Yeah, so if you didn't realize, there's a mixer over here and then one diagonally opposite over there. So that allows us to cover most of the site. Unfortunately right now there is a bit of a blind spot in the back right over there. Neither can reach because that one on the left was positioned to cater for that big area in front of us. So we may have to reposition, but we'll see how it goes. Why? I thought that would reset then, but it wasn't. If I have one thing I would change in the game is the duration of that dialogue. It just needs to go away way faster. I don't know if it's an artifact because I'm on an Xbox controller and you can change so fast, or I don't know whether they're missing a trigger to understand that something's being done through controller versus through keyboard mouse. But yeah, its duration is significantly longer than it needs to be. Even from a reading point of view, there's hardly any text on it, so backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. My plan is just to do arcs. Come back for those gaps I made. We're up to 36%, so a third of the way there. Much like excavation, you do not need to make it absolutely perfect. As long as the general gist has been done. When you look at the construction menu, is green, orange, and red. As long as it's got some of that orange, like right there, that's enough. So it doesn't actually have to be perfect. Actually, since we're doing this for so long, I'm going to use this. Alright, another refill. Jump back. Which one was it? Oh, it's the other side, but oh, we'll start this one going. Actually, because I know we're too far away, I'm going to move this forward. I think I might try to make it so that it's off of that spawn point. I don't think that's going to be a problem. We'll see. Yeah, where you get the blue line. Yeah, that should be a good position for this one. Alright, let's get the truck backed up to that. I have to spin the chute a bit to get it across. Is it this one? Yeah. Was that truck empty? It must have been. Yeah, when it's a longer pour, I'll use the X menu and turn the machine on. But if it's things like the walls or columns and stuff like that, I think the trigger's an easier way to activate it. This just gives you a little bit of a respite from holding the trigger down. Yeah, before we couldn't reach over here, and now we can, so that's going to work really well. Good multiplayer situation, you get one person from either side. Trying to just be as smooth as possible. Trying to fix the camera angle so I understand what I'm doing. Where are we at now? 68%. Yeah, this is a good example where I want to use the trigger to go around that wall. So I'll turn it off and then position it carefully. I don't think this is going to affect the percentage much, but it's kind of fun to do. And since I'm here, I might as well do another stripe up here. I think there's a fair bit of overlap between the two of them now. I don't particularly care which mixer gets the wear and tear point of view. I think they're both now under the amount. Actually, since that one's empty, let's move across to this one. See what this gets us. I think we won't get to 100% with this, and I really wouldn't expect that it should pop. Yeah, so we're starting to get to the limits of this guy. But yeah, as a pair, they're doing a really good job. Those camera angles are flying around, aren't they? Yeah, this guy's at its limit. So let's get this out of the way. So the scripting can do its job. We need to refill this guy's mixer. I wonder if that dialogue stays there because it's activated because I'm using the trigger to start the flow rather than the X menu. And by X menu I mean when you press X on the Xbox controller you get this thing. But maybe that if you use this pouring on off thing, it causes the dialogue to be dismissed faster rather than the trigger on the controller. 95, 96. I was going to do some yellow here, so it should be 7, 7, 8, 900. Another play level, another skill level. So get out of the way. Alright, more concreting. Pour the walls. So that's yeah, we'll start on the right hand side here. Oh, there's a whole lot of columns to do too over here. I think we should be able to reach all those. Yeah, this is a very concrete heavy job. It makes sense, this type of building would be made of concrete. Yeah, it's starting to build up now, isn't it? It's filling up quite nicely, quite fast. I do think the way that the concrete flows is fantastic. I think they've done an amazing job. Come on, lift up. I think the fluid dynamics in this game, and it goes with Dirt too, is just phenomenally good. Now I'm going to try to fill this as much as possible so that the other one can then take control of it. I like the curved architecture of this building. Yeah, it's really funky and cool. Right, so we're at the maximum here now. Yeah, we're at the max. So let's work our way back. We'll do some of this column filling. Yeah, I think we're in a good situation. I think these trucks are pretty well placed. It's weird as how sometimes that ring will follow you up and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I like the style of this museum. It's going to have a nice big 2-story open plan area here. Really good for exhibits. Yeah, it's quite a funky, cool design. Alright, get another load of concrete. There we go. Try to get a good camera angle here so we can see what we're doing. Right, that's that bit done. Yeah, those pillars out there may just not be reachable. Hopefully they are. So where's the precast element need to go? The staircase. I don't see it. Oh, way down the front there. Okay. Yeah, we did the same thing on the left-hand side before. I assume that metal elements is the gangway that you walk on. I'm not seeing how the metal is actually used inside the structure itself. Oh, it might be the things that hold up all the girders that they use to hold up the roof for when you're doing temporary stuff. We still have a lot of prefab, what they call it, concrete ceiling elements, the things that makes the things you have to flow the concrete into. There's still a lot of them on the there's still like 20 of them over there on the truck. So we've still got a lot of floors and ceilings to pour. So yeah, those metal elements I think represent the beams that those things temporarily sit on. All right, that's that half done. So let's see how many of these tubes that we can get done. I'll tell you what. I'm slowly getting over my column fear just through practice here. I get a couple of comments saying, "Hey, your excavation, you're so fast." Well, I think I've done literally 20 hours of excavation, and I can tell you, at the start, I was not fast. It's just standard story, practice, practice, practice. I think the Xbox controller does help a lot. I think it's more efficient or more fluid comparative to the mouse and keyboard for some things. This is one of the very few games where I've actually considered pulling out some joysticks and actually having, the way that you would have it in real life, a stick on the left and the right. You'd have to plug in 2 joysticks. Come on, can you reach? Yes. So I'm pretty sure we can reach now for the other ones. I don't think. Nope, that's it for that. So some of these, can I reach? Nope, that's it. So this one has reached its capacity. So we'll retract this back and just kind of put it out of the way. Right, I'm going to place these elements sooner than later, just in case we need it affects our what we need to do. Actually, that other thing is in the way, so let's do some of this first, and then we'll finish it off after we've done the craning. Come on. I think to a certain extent the hydraulic pressure is modeled, because you can't lift up the boom always. And it makes sense, because if there's that much rotational weight out there, the hydraulics are going to struggle to move it a very small amount. So what, maybe 2 more of these and they're done? So walls, so the columns are both the circle and the square ones. There's no separate progress indicated for those two. So where are we at? 85, 86. So a couple more and we should be good. The sun's getting low. It's been a long day. Yeah, huge amount of concreting in this job. I think while we're extended, I might do some of this wall just as we go past it, so I don't have to boom in and out to get there. Surprised this concrete mix is lasting this long. We're using a lot of material up. Oh, 100% for that. Yeah, we didn't have to do one of those columns. Alright, this last one. And then we'll get to that craning. Why are you doing that? It was slowly... What? Why do I have to hold it down? I got a feeling my... I noticed it before that my camera angle was just slowly rolling up as I was standing there as a person. And I got a feeling my Xbox controller may have finally worn out. So you can be quiet. You can be quiet. And let's get some craning done. So we'll get these steps installed, much like the ones on the left-hand side that we did last episode. Yeah, might have to get a new controller, I think. Not the worst thing in the world when something needs to get replaced because of use. It's when you don't use something and it breaks, it kind of irks you. That head's got some serious amount of momentum in it. Down she goes. Trying to be semi-realistic there. job's only 47% complete, and we're already at, what, 6 or 7 episodes? Wow. Right, and then we need some red things. I believe I've got... Okay, so the thing that got rejected, I believe, is one of these red things that went missing. So we'll get this craned into spot, and then we'll check our warehouse to see if it got sent there. I think I can get this down here. Oh. Alright, so our warehouse, okay, there it is. So this stuff got, oh, that's the world. Okay, it's warehouse. Okay, this is the one that, delivered to construction site. $800 for one thing? That's kind of ridiculous. Surprised it let it spawn there, quite frankly. I think I'm going to have to go up and over this concrete mixer. Alright. I'm not sure what this is going to do for us. Oh, metal beams. Okay, let's get some daylight going. I'm going to go all the way to noon. Let's make sure we can see what we're doing here. Well, hello. So, based on that, I'm going to get this mixer here. I'm just going to do a reset on you so we've got some space back. So let's do a vertical beam. I assume it's going to go in the middle somewhere. Oh, way over here. Oh, it's like a bridge. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the bridge from the old museum to the new museum. Oh, there's a hammer in there. How do we get there? Can I kind of block myself in here? Can I walk in there? So here's the museum. How do I... Maybe at the front? Oh, lag. Yeah, so they're gonna kind of make a walkway in here. That's cool. Oh. That was a bit squeezy. So how do I get inside? Oh, is there... There we go. That's how you do it. Nice! I mean, I'm not really going for hammers, but that's kind of cool. Alright, it's, that's a really good hiding spot for a hammer, I think. I'm not really sure why they've chosen such a rustic look to the beams. I'm surprised they let you lift the other ones, because I don't think there's a spot to put them down until these vertical poles are done. Yeah, I was kind of wondering how the two buildings were going to kind of relate to each other. Yeah, so now it lets you put those other ones in. I think before, if you had done the lift, it would have just had you, had nowhere to put them. No need to rotate, we should just be able to put these in. Yeah, it's kind of rusty, I mean, it fits the ambiance of the other building, but it doesn't make sense for a new build. I wonder what type of facade this thing's going to have. Is it going to look old? Is it going to look modern? Whoops. So it slam into the ancient building. Resume stage complete. Unfortunately, this guy's in the way. Is it the blue one, or is it? Oh, it's barely in the way. It's purely. Oh, they want to drop stuff over here. Okay, if we just put the legs in, it should be enough. Nope. There it goes. Alright, that's not bad. So we got Risky half of that floor finished in about 30 minutes. So I assume what's going to happen now is we'll put these elevator shafts in, and then maybe some wall action, and then another floor will go in, because that truck on our right hand side there, this one, there's tons more flooring on that to go in. And those red things we just unloaded will definitely get used right now. Any second. Oh, we can do a better job than that. Yeah, ceiling components, 6 more of those, and 1 rebar mesh. So this is why we have this truck in here, so it doesn't take too much effort to swing around. That concrete truck is going to be in the way. I might as well move it now if it's in the way. Oops. Since we can, let's back up this truck to make the lift easier. Whoops. Alright. That was a bit disastrous. Yeah, so what we've been doing each episode is just backing the truck up to this area to make the lifts as fast and easy as possible. Yeah, so we've probably got two more levels of concreting to do. Probably this ceiling and 1 more above it. Yeah, I think there was 24 of these things for the entire job. Yeah, so 6 here, 6 left to go. Yeah, so there's probably one more floor after this. So yeah, quite a heavy, quite a big concrete job. Alright, let's move that out of the way so we can get the rebar into position. Well, we've passed the 50% point for the whole job. We're up to $8 million. We started with 7, I believe, maybe even 6. Hopefully that truck is not going to be in the way. It is not. We lucked out there. Alright, let's get my viewing angle where I kind of like it. About there. Alright, so they kind of skipped the diagonal pieces for us. So I mean, 21 again. So there was 21 the first lift, and then I think it was 13 or something like that for the second one. Now we're back to 21. This may be the biggest job in the game. Now, from a time point of view, some of the digging ones, like the car park in the US map in the very first campaign, that takes a long time, and we did the hotel in this one. It took 5 hours of digging. But as far as the rest of it's concerned, like pure just you know, craning and concreting, I think this is the biggest job. Now there's the new the new, I don't know we call it, the resort expansion to the US map, and some of those jobs are quite big, but not this big, I don't think. How far away do I? I'm going to do the furthest ones first, just so that, you know, when you're getting into it, you know, it gets faster and faster and faster. My goal is to get this done for the end of this episode, so hopefully we can get it done in 10-15 minutes. It shouldn't take too long. I think we're averaging about 30 seconds a lift. And if I YOLO the placement, it makes it a bit faster too. I know I've got a skill point to spend. The only ones I've got left are field maintenance and fitness, which give my running speed, so none of them are super interesting right now. I think I will leave it unspent, because the fitness one I don't particularly care about, and what I'd rather happen is once I've finished the gas station requirement, I'd rather put that money into maintenance straight away, those skill points into maintenance straight away, because I don't run, you know, I don't tend to run around the map much. In fact, sometimes the running speed's a hindrance, like when you're trying to walk up staircases and stuff. It's just too fast. Oh, a bit of momentum on the head there. Yeah. It's a pity, even if you're in multiplayer, you can't get someone to start doing the concreting at this point. be kind of cool if that was possible. And even if you were a multiplayer, getting 2 cranes onto this pile, I suppose the overhead crane could focus on, I guess, the stuff that's close and to the left, and then a mobile crane could do the ones on the right. But there seems to be a bit of an overlap between where they need to get placed. So yeah, I don't think it's actually quite possible. What you could do is more of the logistics side of, don't deliver all the materials to the site. Actually, what you could do is, if you've already done that, you could get the other person to do all the maintenance. Go take the machines off and get their gas filled up and stuff. That was a bit wild. There's 2 of these smaller ones, but I don't see where the second one goes. And one goes right in front of us. There must be one to our back left that I'm not seeing. Shadows are getting dark. Should be able to do this before sunsets. Yeah, there it is, way back here. The bell's tolling. It seems to be tolling non-stop. There's no way it's 20 doing it's not 11 AM, is it? No, it was like 10, 11, 12 type of tolls. Alright, where do these thin ones go? Oh, we're getting there, so what? 7 left, and they're all getting closer and closer, so we should have this done in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So this is where you debate about what do you call this floor. So is it the first floor or is it the second floor? Because a lot of places call the floor that you walk into the ground floor, and then the first floor that you would go up into would be the first floor. But other countries would say that the floor that you walk into would be your first floor. So I think the game developers have covered their bets and gone both ways and just said upper floor. I personally would say that we're covering up the second floor, and then the one on the ground, the one that you walk into, would be the first floor. But I think some people would argue that's not right. Yeah, the sun is setting. I don't know if they have any intention to adding weather to the game, like raining and stuff. Seasons might be interesting, and you have winter and stuff. I don't think you need daily effects. Maybe just the foliage changed and maybe the grass texture and stuff. I don't know if this game needs seasons. It doesn't. It's not like Farming Simulator where it's seasons as part of the growing cycle. Three to go. They don't take too long. We'll have to reposition those concrete trucks probably to be able to pour correctly. I'm thinking pretty well in the middle of this should be probably the right spot. And the lucky last. If you've lasted this long, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You can see this building climb higher and higher into the sky. Alright, and now we have a lot of concreting to be done. So let's set up, I think this guy can stay where it is, and that's for this one. What I'm going to do for both of these is, that's a petrol station. Why can't I get there? Road. Why can't I transport? Okay, fine, I'll go here. What I'm going to do is service these since they're yellow, and then we'll continue to put wear and tear on them and be able to, because if you look at this menu, you can see that this one's yellow and this one's yellow. So we'll service both of those, get our stat. Because I think we're getting really close in the company. Yeah, 80%. So 20%, that's 2 times 4. So there's 8 left to go. Is that the right math? So we need to keep on focusing on. No, it's 5 left to go. So we'll hopefully get that done sooner than later. So let's put this down here. We can't be too close to the wall because the it won't about there, I reckon. And we'll move that mixer kind of out of the way so we can put the legs down. Do that. Open up the hopper. Put this up. Yeah, we're going to struggle to get close, so let's get this guy. So how are we going to do this? We need to swing in there, so that's that one ready. And then let's do the same thing on this side. Let's I need to reset it first. And then we'll fast travel here. We'll get some maintenance on this guy, then come back. We'll have to drive around the corner on this one. Yeah, that track next to us actually doesn't have a way out. Yeah, I probably could put it down that chute. No, I'll put it out on the road on the outside. Turn some lights on, although that makes any difference. I might turn it around so that the concrete truck has a better chance of lining up to it. I think kind of back to where we had it before was a good choice. Kind of halfway. I do. get those legs down. Hopefully they'll fit. Just open up the back. Swivel our head. And then we'll get this other mixer lined up. And we will call it a day. Yeah, this is definitely come together. Bit of another night to night episode. As always, as I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff, so you don't miss out on any content. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.